Hi everybody, I'm Sarah Cappy, a physical therapist and a yoga teacher, and this video is to demonstrate another way that you can help improve your dorsiflexion, which is this motion of the ankle, which sometimes can get stuck on a lot of us if we are joggers or have ever rolled our ankle in our lifetime. This top bone of the talus can be shifted forward, causing us not to be able to go through our full range of motion. There are some other compensations in our foot that could happen, that our body's just adjusting the way that it can move because it is lacking that dorsiflexion that we need when we are walking, and that ankle goes into relative dorsiflexion as the leg comes back. One thing that happens is we start to turn our leg out to the side. So when we're walking, we'll turn our leg out to the side, or we'll even collapse into the arch of the foot, into this E version, to help increase our range of motion, so when we bring our leg back, it can glide all the way through. So what happens is this upper hip starts to turn in, and so this tibia and this lower leg turns out to compensate so that foot is still facing forward. So what that does is it rotates this tibia, which is a part of that ankle bone, in. Now there are some very minor movements in these lower legs that should be happening when our ankle dorsiflex or plantar flexes. And maybe you'll be able to feel it. If you feel for your malleoluses, the bones on the outside of the leg just fell off. All right, the outside of the ankle here, when we flex our foot up, our dorsiflexion, there's a slight rotation away from each other of these bones, and when we plant the foot, there's a slight rotation in. Very subtle, but if we are already turned out to the side in this outer tibia, the shin bone, which becomes the inside of the malleolus, then we again won't be getting this dorsiflexion motion. So this mobilization is to help improve that. The biggest thing is that the arch of the foot is engaged during this release. So what that means is you're planting through all four corners of the foot, the big toe, the pinky toe, either side of the heel, planting through those 4 points to get a lift of the arch of the foot. And I have some other videos that I'll link underneath so that you can focus on that if you're new to this channel. So plant through all 4 points of those foot. Take your hand, the opposite hand of the foot that's bent. I like to have my foot elevated. You could also have something under your bottom knee if there's a lot of pressure there. And just hold on to your shin, okay? Have your other elbow resting on your knee. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna gently pull back. So you don't have to worry too much about anything, just pull back. By pulling back, you're giving a very gentle internal rotation, glide of this tibia and this bottom inside of the ankle. Your arch is lifted. You're adding that slight rotation. I'm giving some pressure into my foot just to increase that awareness, that proprioception into the ankle. And then I allow my knee to come forward. And if I were to draw a line straight forward, that knee is tracking over the second toe. So I'm gliding forward, I'm keeping my heel down, I'm keeping my arch lifted. You don't want to be collapsing in the ankle during this exercise, because then we're just retraining the movement pattern we don't want. So keep that arch lifted, let that knee come forward, adding that pull back into a stretch. The knee is tracking over the second toe. You're finding a deep stretch here. Hold for 5 seconds. If that knee's coming really far forward, you could always scooch your foot a little bit further out. Going into your stretch. Holding here 5 seconds. And then if you'd like, you can even use your ankle to help get you out of this position by pressing into the ball of your foot like you're stepping on a pedal, just to help bring you out. That's going to reintegrate that engagement of that soleus muscle in its most end range position. Do this about 8 to 10 times. And coming out. Listen to your body. This should feel okay. Don't push too far into a really deep stretch, be gentle. Hold there. Let your body know let your body tell you when it's time to go a little further. And then let me know how that goes. Take care.